You will have to take out the this air duct piece. It just slides right down in there, and there's two clips that hold it on. And you also should take this I guess rain guard out too, because then you can actually access the horn a lot better once you get the bumper off. So once you get the bumper off, there will be a horn on the passenger side right underneath the light on behind this bolt. I just took that off and then electrical taped the wire, and then there's one up front here that goes underneath this bolt, and then this is the power for that horn. So all you do is you go to AutoZone and you get electrical like connectors, male, female, and the straight pieces. I'll have pictures of them. Basically, you make your own harness out of the wire, you crimp it together, and then you gotta fabricate these brackets. These brackets are 4 inches long, and then the holes are centered in it 3 inches apart. So there's a 1/2 inch of spacing on the end into the holes, and then the top hole is 5/16, and the bottom hole is just a 1/4 inch. And where I mounted them at, there's already holes here on the bumper crash bar. And I have them tilted in at a slight angle. So for your wiring harness to work, you have to have a power and then ground. So you get your power from this wire that's connected to the horn, and you plug a male connector into this because this is a female connector, and then it comes down to this crimp, where it splices off into this wire that goes to this horn, and this other wire that I have taped back, it goes to this horn. And then to ground it out so that whenever you honk the horn it works, you have to have a wire connected from this horn and then spliced from that horn to this horn, and then up to where the existing horn was, because this is a grounding point to the frame. So that'll ground out the horns, and that will let you honk the horns. So you'll also need so to mount it down here at the bottom, this is an 1.5 inch long, quarter 20. So that's a 1/4 inch, an 1.5 inch long 1/4 inch bolt with 2 3/8 washers on behind the back. So sorry, it goes bolt, washer, and through the bumper, and then 3/8 lock, 3/8 nut, another 3/8 nut, washer, horn bracket that you have to make yourself, another washer, lock washer, and then a nut, and then you tighten that up, and it's not going anywhere. Same thing on the other side, same exact spacing, bolt, washer, nut, washer, lock washer, nut, not going anywhere. And then whenever you put the bumper back on, you'll see it right behind the corner here, in the corners, and it's also not in front of the radiator, so you're not really impeding airflow to the radiator, so that's another nice thing. And then so I made these wires long so that I could like tuck them in, and so I couldn't really zip tie them, so I just used this tape to tape them down behind, and you can't even see the tape whenever the bumper's on. So So this is everything I used to make the harness. I got this wire from AutoZone. It's 14 gauge. That's what I would recommend because it's a lot heavier dutier than 16 or 18, and it'll probably last longer. You want to get some shrink tube to cover your crimped connections. And then here are the butt connectors. You want to use these yellow ones to put the 3 wires together. You put 2 in one end and 1 in the other end and crimp that down. I'll show you the crimp tool that I have. Then these are the male 1/4 inch male connectors. This you need to plug into the horn power. And then these are the female connectors that you need to connect your harness to the horn. And then I had to go out and buy this maintenance pack at Lowe's. It had literally everything I needed in it. So that's another great option. It was only like 15 bucks. And then this is the steel bar I used. It is 1 inch thick by 3/4, and it's 4 foot long. And I only used 8 inches of it. I'm pretty sure this was only 15, not even, yeah, 15 bucks. So I got that at Lowe's too. But you can use scrap metal if you have scrap metal laying around. And then all the tools I used for it was this hacksaw and my ratchet, and then strippers and my crimp tool. I'll show you that now. And this is it with the bumper on. You can see the horns. Inside the grill. And yeah, that's how I did it, at least. I know the video went a little fast and it might have been a little bit confusing, but I'm gonna leave everything I used down in the description. So if you guys need to go to the store or something and find what I used, it'll just be right down in the description, and you can find it super easy.